The key to looking and most importantly feeling great about yourself and your style is actually sticking to your personal signature style, which is authentic and true to you. What is my personal style? I don't have one. I can guarantee that you have. Just a quick example here. Do you prefer the right or left? You see, you do have your personal preference based on which you can start building your signature style, which is authentic to you. I think nowadays when we get so much influenced by the social media, magazines, advertisements and so on, we tend to drift away from what is our true authentic sense of beauty. Therefore, today I want to quickly dive into 5 simple tips in order to dust the dust off of your personal style so you could shine bright as you should. Let's start. And the tip number 1, discover your heart-powered style. Discovering your own aesthetic, your authentic sense of beauty is really key in identifying your personal style and successfully developing it. So, in order to understand your authentic sense of beauty, I usually like very much this exercise where you have to create a mood board. So you can create a Pinterest mood board or a physical mood board, but the main goal is here to collect all the images that would represent your sense of beauty. Architecture, pieces of art, historical decades that you like, music, landscapes, animals, whatever you really feel an instant connection with and gratification for its beauty. Stay away from the fashion pieces just for the sake of clarity that, you know, we are working on your aesthetics, on your sense of beauty without fashion just yet. You already have created that mood board. Just have a look and identify the elements that you really like about those images. It might be texture, it might be colors, it might be the contrast that you are seeing, it might be, you know, the feeling that this image creates, it might be emotion, it might be vivid energy, flow. Pick your keywords and look for the ways how you can infuse this thing, what you like about those images, into your style. So let's say you like the contrast. Play around with different contrasts by adding textures in your wardrobe, or you might add contrast by mixing totally different styles. The key here is to just simply try to identify what really drives you when you are looking into this mood board and then translate that into fashion language. So basically, when you are creating this mood board, it really helps you to develop the sense of self, which is key ingredient when developing and creating your personal style. The next step is accept your naked truth. Now, this step might sound a little bit off topic, but it is really related to building a successful personal style. In order to feel joyful and happy in our clothes, in the first place, we have to feel happy with who we are beneath them. Of course, I'm no therapist by any means, and I'm here just sharing my experience and knowledge collected throughout many years working as a model, stylist, personal image consultant, mother, and just a regular woman on this planet. Believe me, even models with stereotypically perfect bodies and perfectly perfect proportions, they do have their own insecurities about their own body. I've been there, I've seen how the covers for magazines are being made, and moreover, those perfect proportions are massively being photoshopped, which means that basically all our installed standards in our heads are not attainable in real life. They just basically do not exist. Seeing so many women postponing their own acceptance of their own bodies really makes me cry. because we usually tell and repeat ourselves from the next Monday, from the smaller number on the scales, from the moment my nose will get smaller, and so on and so forth. So we are postponing this self-acceptance, which is such an important factor in many aspects in our lives, including self-satisfaction and harmony. And there are so many different paths you can take in order to better the relationship to your body, but I feel that the most important thing is to realize, and this is actually a note for myself as well, just to realize that it is a journey. It's never-ending journey. It has its own ups and downs, and this is just a process. I believe that many problems, including self-hate issues, can be solved when we are working on strengthening this relationship between me and my body. Moving on to the next tip, which is look at your favorites. This exercise is also very fun to do and to analyze. The key here is to pull off all the clothing pieces that you totally adore. Not that you loved previously or it fitted so well some years ago. No. Have a close look at those pieces, once again trying to identify the elements that you like about them. Even if your selection might feel all over the place, there should be some elements that are in common, so that you can develop your personal style based on those adjectives, emotions, colors, textures that you really love. So this exercise really may help you to better understand what and why do you like and develop a consistent sense of style. Now, when you have identified those elements and got to know your personal style better, it is time to create your capsule wardrobe. You might have heard a lot about capsule wardrobe. Capsule wardrobe that includes 33 items. Capsule wardrobe full of basics. Capsule wardrobe for the 5 years or the rest of your life. Now, I have a little bit different approach towards capsule wardrobe that actually I have learned when I was raising my little baby boy when he was little. I realized the importance of mini capsule wardrobes. So the key here is to collect those key pieces that usually refers to statement pieces and might be very outstanding and not basics at all. So when you collect the selection of your key pieces for, let's say, upcoming month, then you can add those basics to fill in the gaps. I think that in this way, when you are adding basics just in order to complement your key statement unique pieces, this is the only way, at least I found out that this is the only way that works for me in order to create a effortless and successful signature style. As I already mentioned, I like to simplify this process. I usually consider one upcoming month. I think through the activities I might be doing and think about the occasions I might have, and then I select my key pieces in accordance to this quite a short-term plan. This concept actually refers a little bit to your vacation mini capsule wardrobe that you take with you for a week or 2 weeks. And in this way, I just feel that I have so much freedom to create and express myself. So I just, get my creative juices flowing rather than trying to fit this standardized capsule wardrobe's definition. Lastly, which is very important step, is to develop your personal style. As we grow, as we mature, our life circumstances might change, our style also changes, and that is totally normal. And even though sometimes you might feel that you drifted away from what you used to think is your personal style, usually our sense of unique beauty stays quite similar throughout all the times, just our expression might differ. And I would say that the key in developing your personal style is self-reflection. I find that documenting outfits through photos is one of the most efficient ways how you can reflect back on what you are wearing. So I usually have two folders on my phone. I have one that is called My Outfits, and usually I collect the images of my outfits that I really like. So sometimes when I'm in style route or I don't have time to consider what I should be wearing, I just tend to refresh my memory by checking those images in this folder. Then the next folder that I have on my phone is styles to try. So I am screenshotting or making photos of the styles that I capture around me or on my social media, which I would like to try out someday when I will get, the creative energy flowing. It's important sometimes to step out of your normal box and try new things out. And you don't necessarily have to invest in new clothing pieces, but sometimes it is quite enough to go and try something new in the stores and just take a photo of yourself so later on you can reflect back on those styles. Seeing yourself in photos gives you a better overlook and understanding how you are perceived and how do you express yourself, which is very important in order to crystallize your signature style. As you might notice, I am not talking about diving into fashion inspiration straight away, and I kept this tip until the very last moment because I believe that sometimes with this inspiration we might get lost. First of all, identifying your signature authentic sense of beauty is key, and later on when you are already ready to discover something new, you can open up yourself to all those inspirational sources. And to sum everything up, I want to say that we should consider our style as a journey rather than a final destination, and I think that this approach makes the things easier because we grow, our life circumstances changes, we evolve, and our style changes. That is totally acceptable and normal. Sometimes there are periods where we do feel that we are drifting away from what is our signature style, but it is totally okay because you can always dust the dust off and dive into your style core. And from that point you can start building your true personal style, which is authentic to you. Thank you so much for watching, and please let me know if you would like to hear more about any of the points that I have been talking about today, and leave me a comment, and we're gonna chat in our live session upcoming Thursday. Goodbye, take care.